to attend the 1977 even the 1977 CET. Then I sent the invitation to the meeting. Though it was addressed to me, and I said that it was addressed to me quite alright, but it is for our state to see. So some states, what I'm trying to say is that many states are picking up something. Even the indigent students, I'm aware of about 2 persons who have picked few students to pay their school fees. Then I'm also aware that in WAEC, somebody like one Nam Biofo, Honorable Nyebuchiofo, the Anambra State House of Assembly guy, on Akulu, sometimes not all of them, on Akulu for their WAEC dues. So what I'm trying to say that many people have been picking, many states have been picking. So what I say here, you cannot say pick, you never pick, you never. You just do the much you can and leave the rest to God. And like Adibe, you said, Adibe on a prize winning award, not necessarily scholarship, but prize winning award. That's scholarship to my not to my knowledge, but on a prize giving award, especially when they are doing graduating, something like that. So thank you, and over. I'm supporting what you said, but just let me clear some of these things.
Thank you.
Can I say something?
Can I say something?
Okay,
yes. Okay, go ahead.
If I need yeah.
Yes.
Well, I think there are quite a few issues. Even when we talk about indigent students and all those things, they all sound great. But the truth is, how do you find an indigent student? How do you define the student need? Is it that now the parents say what does it or not? Because all this is all sound great. Well, a politician joined at the school, that's just a political gimmick. I mean, if he really wants to be a good politician, he can put an enabling environment where poverty will not, students should be able to pay their school fees. Coming down to this, again, I'm actually very concerned. It concerns me when somebody, not this somewhere as the principal, Osunu Wotego, and it promises accountability. How do you decide? How does it finally decide who are the students that need our help? I'm always worried, except where I have very good information on a particular individual. But I would rather believe in things you do for the greater good of all, that everybody around that school benefits. That's creating a better enabling environment. Like when we did the classroom, at least we know that any student out there at Guapuqua will have that classroom to sit in and read. I'm not going to rush into issues about paying individual school fees, except there's a way that the school can convince us of the criteria they decide on who are these indigent students. You know, I'm sure most of us, our parents, it wasn't easy for them. If they were able to get scholarship somewhere to alleviate the struggles then, they would have, but it wasn't done. They were not seeking for it either. You know, so it's a complex matter, except the school is able to convince me that this is the criteria for deciding who are these students who could not pay their fees. And what I mean is that the students are at the point of dropping out because he couldn't pay his fees, not because his father struggles, but still pays it. So that would be my own thoughts at this time. All right.
Okay, good. Okay, we'll only have one suggestion. Okay, Obama, go ahead.
Paddy.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony. Okay, after Obama, then.
My battery is getting flat, you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
My battery is getting flat. So if you don't see me, continue.
Okay, good.
Like, good reasons give way to better ones. I'm just thinking about if our Dr. Chukwuje Kuku now will make absolute sense. Get no criteria one. Ega, I thought one place by Iriego, but other out of place for you, even in Nigeria. So having said that, and Nuchemo, I think overnight I mean anything at all. Benefit or irrespective of ability to pay or need for school fees, which you I find no problem with use computer because na family open on where contact time where I go down laptop use one, walking. I'm gonna maybe go brand new ones. Come on, I go things like that to supply higher school from where maybe say if I will say 40 laptops and where computer class where then we period maybe 4A get by 8 to 9, 4B we have 9 to 10. You have to go so that on your own access to it. On your own use here, I think no make more sense than it will gonna happen there. If I wish him, thank you for bringing that up. I 100% agree with you. Dalon.
Dalo, thank you so much. Any other suggestion?
Yes,
Okay,
Lampard.
Okay.
Lampard.
Okay. Leave it, after leave it, then Larry. Yeah.
Okay.
Leave it, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, on a question can talk about you, because I'm not oku given a boy behind the
Scholarship laptop.
in your scholarship. In your scholarship. And when my dear Nana here it scholarship under the sound. You go. So my question bro now, I need on that side. Are we giving them or are we giving them now how to sound in brain but not afro ego? Because if we should go that way, no, because now parents are then after one time or perform should we continue to pay when we know actually that now scholarship brains can scholarship how will move on. So that's my question. Ejo, Najo. The thank you.
Okay, Dalo, thank you so much. Come inside Larry before a batch in. Yeah, leaving this question. If you remember now, Chukudeku, Bia hit the nail on the head, with the comment you make about because now if I wish now no number principal and the question or juru akamabu onwe monodo be late aka ye we to principal to answer that. Yes, if we make case better sense and normally gaga not towards to if can suggest area immerse something here the whole entire student here benefit. Yeah, Livi Abiana question in I do. Yeah, well, I'm on buying on Nigeria can a scholarship for Sunday. Quite one do it need the carry scholarship, carry and don't want to I'm a press what to do. So no that can in the Canadian because now the on that third no had the poor had the very come on I bring her up to in so now the most important thing no Emma where the condition when you scholarship on a prince so now if a principal I do tell you for now if you basalo money in Nigeria to so sensitive and everything you hand it to one person it would be misused completely so normally you go to the tangible laptop why about the investing laptop doesn't need to have Wi-Fi. You can center the laptop will you make engineering work right there, print it out right there, make some calculation and some multiplications and everything. So you don't have to have a Wi-Fi or internet. It is a Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, which they can be using it, make their homework and assignment. So Larry, over to you. Okolai, can you?
Because my battery for 3%.
No problem.
Anytime from
no problem.
Now.
It's being recorded. MSC again doesn't a video. Yeah, we push it out after.
Thank you so much.
Although now you can we break down up and down. When I'm my stitch together, then we push it to online. Yeah. So Larry, go ahead with your question.
Just real quickly because I know time is of the essence.
I know we are about to finish.
If Dr. Chukwujekuku and if Obanwapuku, or is exactly most of the stuff actually. With the on your kind earlier, when you get set the agenda for something like this, annual game, open a game for my and because we'll be in control of it. If I'm the infrastructure, we took control of that. None at the school. We took care of everything. We managed everything. We controlled everything. And that's how sometimes you take away any kind of incentive from anybody. Guys, we hear something out of any project. You remove what that opportunity for anybody to even think that they can get something out of it. So all you can do is define what exactly is needed, urban infrastructure, something that everybody can benefit from, based on classes or whatever it is. Then we can do that. HTML guide and just science lab. It's only one science lab, right? But then and the schedule here in the class 10, in the class here, we can also do the same thing with if a computer lab. I probably will not suggest a laptop. Because mother like if another like this, camera. Open all got come if I have a work from school or the useless, to anybody bullying or come, but you will be able to provide education to the school. You attend. So if I got installed at the school, it's only going to be used for the school. And what if for that game we keep you, once you leave the school, it's useless to you. I don't know how we can accomplish that, but that to me, it be the kind of infrastructure that can when you actually in a jump or whatever it is, they can utilize that as a way to practice that. You see what I'm saying? So computer lab got to do from there, useless. With something that I would suggest. I don't know how we can do that.
Okay, good. Okay, with Innocent, yeah, go ahead.
No. Very soon I have to run. I feel that Nekus go this one. Yeah. So I move on. I'm looking at the agenda for end of the year meeting, and I wanted to say something about that one, but because very soon I will leave.
Okay, good.
So
okay.
Let me put my mind there.
Yeah. Can I summarize this here now? So it will get to you now.
Okay.
Because my question now, no, can I make principal invite one more time, or let's go ahead and decide what we want to do. Move ahead with laptop on your focus. Go ahead.
The problem with him, a principal invite, I actually know I know that day to ask those questions. Let us decide.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello,
good.
Paddy. Yeah,
Paddy.
When someone contact use computers, like Larry said, open our desktop can you go with keyboard, no see. You have to go when they contact they go use.
I access. Why you go now? You fixing like fairly use a lap computer desktop it is you. I'm going to see how average price, now eating your CC after 200,000-300,000, 490 up to now age like I decided now actually eating. Then I need a mobile contribution.
Paddy, let me
buy willing to go on the miss way. Okay, let me all in.
Paddy, let me copy.
Go ahead.
Yes. A lot of members have spoken my intestine. But no way for question Chorejo. Can they bring things make him feel an overall part of what the principal told us as per this computer provision?
Okay.
Because a borrow word from a lawyer in a court, the judge don't grant you what you never asked for. Obruna principal with some requisition on IEM. Let us duet on that. Open a computer, provision of computer, abroad part of it. Let us jettison it. That's my own opinion towards that. Then, as per other things, the principal request from us. In a Bible now, give the word of God. How to see it has to go about it. And we're left, we're right, and we're good, we're bad. The Bible is telling us choose between the two. If you choose the right one, the good, you are inroad to heaven. If you choose the bad one, you are inroad to hell. So, all that now, I need to now I attend it to parts and not even all that the principal requested us to do. Let us do it. I'm talking this thing in view of the fact that the word indigent, in line with what Dr. Chukwujeku said, or a pregnant word, I am an odeba, they dictate, they find out who and who constituted the indigent. Principal make good requisition. I decide there are 2 sign with Ibu individually and collectively. I ask the principal, I contribute towards educating the indigent ones. In Nigeria here, a lot of abuses. You will get principal, or indigent. We're not indigent. We are you here to approve it or to diagnose it or to say no. So are they likely to be abused? And you are not here to ascertain, to say no. Only I want to draw indigent. Only they equal to the task. So the young one away when I suggest oh, one indigent students. I decide we are within ourselves, not 20 or 30 indigent students can a food to go the pay. Let us give the whatever we can contribute for him to decide. Indigent student, abuse that's my own contribution.
Can I say something on that, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it will amount to gross irresponsibility on our part.
Exactly.
To go down a path that we know will lead down to drain and just believe that the Bible said. I think it's given we are used. That is where we ended up in the gutters as a country. So I don't think we are going to go down that path. I would strongly suggest that we don't even consider that path. Secondly, talking about principal telling us something, he threw it out there. We are not under any obligation to even entertain, to even discuss what he asked, talk less of going down with it. If we decide on our own ground that this is where we think we can help this student, principal, just bear it in mind. On a normal, we are thinking about the bigger world, bigger society, the unlimited potentials of these little kids in school. So at the end of the day, if we decide as a group that this is where we think we can impact the lives of these students, we just had Nafaje and a jump one on our fair because the fair water computer, they didn't practice. If we decide that's what we want to do, it's our money. And we call the shot how we want to use it. Thank you.
Okay, Dalu, Amaka. Okay, I'm the last person. Then come because then we move ahead.
I just want to reiterate what I put in the chat. And Paul Enwere replied in the group, say he supports that. Just for the sake of people who didn't read the chat, read them clearly, and I read, as alumni, we should focus on infrastructure and enabling environment support to the school owners and parents. I do not consider paying of school and boarding fees in that category. Having said that, with all due respect, now the principal were reverent, knowing the reality, like Ronald Reagan is quoting a Russian proverb, said 12 but verified. This church thing, I consider myself very churchious, but once it departs from a problem with that. Now, I add people to their conscience, or can I move on? It doesn't work. That's why I repeat, as I support Dr. Chukwujeku, that's why we are where we are. The principal, in every likelihood, will use that to dish out favors. And we're not going to be there to monitor it. So it's not our role to be all things to all people. So let us focus on the bigger picture. And the principal Ajura only for tuition fees and boarding fees. He talks about classroom blocks, dormitories. So he did say that. He did mention computer. That is how come I said, okay, you're going to have computer, you want to teach coding, you want to do this, but what about light? What about internet? That's how that discussion came about. So let us tarry. Some individual effort might do that, but as a group, let us focus on the greater good of all, not something I give you a favor.
I want to use this.
That one.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Can create room for?
Yeah. So can una fugo suggestion I no ka nya bu no ka e focus on infrastructure. But na if me bu na anu mi fo ba nwa ku to ma pochi to principal as one more time to our meeting. You know, maybe next meeting I am. Then Kenya finalize. I'm meeting another one maybe within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Then I know CC and CAF. Then I decided I will more time to deliberate on all this. I am just invest here, just like that. So can I make sure now in a satisfactory mood? So because down Rien, we will move on to the final agenda. I will cover the end of year. Can you the mic over to Innocent here and if I could verify on the Etu Osia Kwadebe because Mona Mike was and Nyangwaka much interested of that 28 December. So Inoma, go ahead.
Yeah, because down Imanam Bori. Because of a lot of people know Oregon here and the things fungus no, but they actually seem the possible can change it to 28th of December. I'm just having a small get together. So Messia Obuna Mike will go. So right now, Mungwa on for the 29th by the grace of God. If everybody now things didn't know this scary, but at the same time. A lot of people say about when December they enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
So Munga not as change my ticket last year. I bought ticket then call British Airways and change it. Fanya voucher this year again. I go come there with that date. You gotta go my family. So if I come all these people in and back, even at my compound on the 29th. I'm looking forward to seeing every single one of you. On the 29th of December, save that date for me. That day, and where some space that don't decide, yeah, no meeting, one side name, I will provide it. I'm not just kind of Maya. If form actually met, then all benso, and where hotel not nichi. When the Charlie some save for this place, I believe then even that 28. And with big machine, I go for barbecue. So my like even small get together that night, prelude to 29. Don't you really keep your room? I'll do Nemeka. I'm looking forward to seeing every single one of you on the 29th of December.
Yeah, guys, but it's great. Yeah, fine.
That's very good. I'm so happy, from you and it is Biko and even na yoku Biko na container feed of like about you make sure I say ya kind of tight. I can happen here. I will call you brain in the name.
I will do my best. Man. Onye nwe particular thing.
That's your for now.
Yes.
Obna my bring him out to the platform.
Because the bella caviar.
So why
people don't eat caviar? Caviar is overrated.
I agree.
Caviar is overrated. Trust me.
Because unu get your phone na innocent. No kai wokota. So na onwezi for so etu osi asando kwa ka Mike matadosi asando kwa nke etu. Although we're prepared for entertain your form of during this Christmas season. So I hope na ndo mmadụ ya anọ in attendance. Yes. So because I want no out. I took it a book when flight, you know, I can't book but I will start to do it right away. Because I have a good call in this meeting and make an for him attend because always I not gonna AOB man innocent if AOB now any other business. Only another one, then the person will keep one. Tony Mo Boduko will feel like you could. Yes, yes. Okay, be close to your mic. Maybe not like a microphone. Work at that. Be cut so kind of thing. You're more close. I know. Yeah.
Okay. That's a buy on any other business.
Okay.
We are one finance. You gotta go. If
we can confront you, I had a new thing. We can defend.
Okay, come. Let me sit up. If I'm friend.
That way.
We are class of 80.
Yes.
Class of 80. Class of 71. You are still remaining. We are class of then
mute everybody.
Okay, tell me more. Let me mute everybody, then you will talk. Yeah. Okay. Unmute yourself and start to talk. Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. So Ekubugomia before.
Okay, unmute yourself now.
Okay, let me unmute myself. Okay, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Eku Ajubugoma Ajua before. We are class of 80. And on a command bonye inwe mona bulo nyobo. Okay. Class of 80. I have a brown class of 81, neither 79. I remain class of 80. And most of our mates are class of, they are class of 80. So Njua, all the two things. I now try to put the class of 80 is an organization. Or just a social meeting of class of 80. I say, okay, now in this form, that is Onye due becomes a member of class of 80. And that is the association of class of 80 association. Then Onye privilege, Onye able in on the platform of class of 80. So Ogane will two things in Choliku now. Ogane Maka Ife Jike Jike on a class of 80 association on the platform of class of 80. That is one. Then another thing is every transmit go to that is association and we by law that is a law guiding us. It is good about our association even at our level. I have that. Station. Yes, I'm the enthusiasm, the love, and everything most time, that emotion and that sentiment tend to, if I use this word, becloud that is the responsibility in observing what's supposed to be an association. That is respecting rules and guidelines in association. We said that we decided to form elect form a school. Though it was very rowdy, not well connected at the party's place, at the end of the day, what is written down. Okay, now some of us have a position for the apart from the president and the secretary. Because so guy in the Cuba, party out. And the Cuba and the secretary are continue coordinating. While the vice president was around, I just quiet. Then I've asked the secretary is the finance. He has the finance, he has the record, he has everything. He publishes it, he coordinates it. He will financial secretary, he will treasurer. It's good. Ourselves. That's annual registration or whatever. Yes, and all the necessary that will follow that. Keep it in a coordinated. Though I discuss privately with secretary and other people. We have never had an executive meeting. One person is there, and it's not things are wrong. We never discuss which responsibility, which function. Though for me, I will go be president privately because of my commitment, many other things. Not the good, going to closer to the secretary. Take it up. Whether I'm still the financial secretary, take up the role of the financial secretary. The need to open an account and post the account to the platform is still there. It's very, very necessary. We do that. So even now, I encourage people. Ebani Kutalaka, class of 80, but into Bula Association, Chiron non association. Obuna actually run as a social, that's in the battle, I run association. They remain as that is as mates in the platform of class of 80. So eventually, kuna the matters. I think any other business.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So
Okay.
Paddy, I want.
Let me go ahead.
Yes, I'm very, very happy. Tony Wu really spoke my mind in respect to this association.
Okay. Let me. If we see go,
Even though one issue of our but always the emotion. People who identify an association or something like that before Anyana opt to take over any function, any work to do in the school. That question was not answered. Then also,
hello, in a break up.
We're treasurer and we're financial secretary. And that one, the function of the PRO is to scout for our members. Go for members that we have not been able to identify. Go after them, bring them into our fold. The function of the secretary is fully written out in their constitution. The incentive, all the logistics within this our folk that will not perform. feel that na no nwere onye bụ an exceptional person. Ọ bụrụ na Mr. AK nyere ọrụ nye the required logistics, definitely the person is going to perform. And then ebucha folk pass through the 4 walls of university. O nwere isi ka ibe doctor, professor. O nwere ndị mmadụ ha feel comfortable with na show up na this platform. Like Adibe, I've never seen him in this our Zoom meeting. And that is surprised. When I log in, I saw somebody like Ugochukwu Nwabushi. But when the meeting was going on, I never cited him again. It's like he has not out. That's the person I have not seen in this long. And many other people.
Excuse me, he didn't log out. His reception, the person on personal test. Simon communally excuse now. Reception here the very poor.
I did not get so even now, you're the way about that. The constitution has come into
more back. Okay, go ahead. Keep on.
Constitution has come into play, and every office is the job attached to it. Unless if the person cannot perform, then upon at the platform. A replace here with another person. And every clause of the constitution, I'm a lawyer, but I may hold it tenaciously to the dictate of the constitution. Because without that one, I may coordinate my activities. Paddy, na the last meeting, he asked an executive will see and look into AGK's issue. Up till now, executive have not sat. DK Kucharoku, Iranoku, that you are going to invite AGK. That has not happened. So I'm not the reason why it has happened to that extent. So this guy, the aggressive or not attack somebody, but no opinion how to move the association forward. An attack. And like Kuburoku, so you mind the choice of words. It's a very good observation. Although such a hard or wrong words, but a part of the things like Obama, whenever Obama aired and or they convince no air, the word I'm sorry or that no, he say it. And once it is said, I always know that always stone the heart. You find it very difficult to forgive. That one is left for him and the God. So now APCMA association, just a run association, let it take precedence. Onye nwere gabam. Ihe hapụ ibi ọba, ihe supposedly ibi ya, ọ bụrụ iko. So I'm toning the line of the last speaker. Biko, constitution has come into effect and we are being guided by it.
Galo, thank you.
I think what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know some of this is directed to the executives, which you're the head of. I think what I'm hearing is people saying we need to now make sure that people that have been elected take over their functions. I know the platform. It can separate the platform from the from CAD. It's one and the same. The platform is just a forum for us to meet on a regular basis, interact with one another. So we can separate the two. But I think what I'm hearing is that let officers now take over their positions and start doing what they are elected to do. And that's okay. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's exactly what we should be doing because we now have the bylaws that provides us a guiding principle for everything that we do. So don't say much. I would say, if we need to get together with the executives, the elected executives, then get together with the elected executives and then say, everybody, this is now your role. This is what you need to do your job and things like that. Let's move forward. This is not anybody saying anything here. It's not saying anything in anger or anything like that. They just want to be able to live up to the positions that they've been put in, elected, and they've accepted to do. So I don't think that we should go further with that, with the comments that the last two people made, Tony and Lemmy. I think we should move forward and then kind of go from there. That's my suggestion.
Thank you. Oku Amaka, ito line in Nachigan. Chukwujeku, Chukwujeku kuzi ya conclude. Go ahead, Chukwujeku. Okay,
let's
go
not
ahead.
take our,
Yeah.
let's not take ourselves too seriously. Okay. Why do I say this? This is a closed association, a closed group. So what it means is that there are only few people who can actually be part of this group, and the number can only continue to go down by natural attrition. And let's take it easy. Let's take it simple. Initially, I wasn't really a fan of annual dues, because that already drives a wedge between those who are with us and those who are not with us. And if you check very well, this group was more vibrant when it started, before we began to put all these bureaucracies and registrations and all those things. I'm not sure whether we've actually gained anything from everybody paying 5,000. At the end of the day, we have 47 people that paid, but I know that at some point we're up to 70 or 80 in this group. And when we talk about constitution, I think we should always allow common sense guide us. We drag. It's interesting how much time we spent in this meeting at the beginning, dragging whether a secretary is executive or plenary or any other thing. I think we are taking ourselves too seriously, and I don't think it's moving us forward, in all honesty. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, if we'll make a point. Because let me okunine I know your form of my biko manke ejike aglono oife nebanyanya monwaku nemesina nge nebanya mana duto otebugeja akwa m constitute the executive ka no meeting, but this time we work that time tinye meeting executive ka no ka make sure no nyamara na arife okwesịrị no in sync. Larry Agina kuteli ofuma so na unu n'anya ife Chukwujekwu kwuru this seriously, I may take it too serious, otherwise I'm not alive at our age now. I kazaro na member nwere ebe ọzọ anyị jena bụrụ mgbada ka anyị na-agbadazi, so now I am with that number like 200, it's stuck at 80 so that I have 60 40. So because anyị eji nwayọ na ọ ga-adịsị mma. N'ife mbụ na ife constitution anyị eme ntụkwu anyị akpakwa ya nwe obere aka, mana ife anyị abụzi maybe towards December time abịazie na nke Mark or na nke Innocent ya nyefuna Chukwu mee ebere, ọ bụ na anyị nwee the crowd anyị emetụ ya aka, onye ọbụla nwee ife nwere ikwu o tinye n'ime ya. Then other than that, biko anyị abịa na isi njedebe ole si nkwara onye ọzọ nwere a suggestion, because na ya go almost 3 hours 30 minutes. In go ahead.
One moment. I think if I remember correctly, Atobi is in good standing, because the next issue is that I know the mother died and the funeral is in June.
Who is the funeral is in June?
Mama Atobi. The
Mama
mother
Atobi
of Atobi. Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the mother. And the funeral is in June. I know he hasn't been active, yes, but is he considered a member in good standing? Is there benefit accruable to him? Because I don't know, we will have another meeting before that funeral.
Okay, Monday executive here discuss about it then. Yeah, they will let you know. No problem. It's not going to email. Exactly.